we go. Let's get ready. What do you say? First, I'll make a couple practice flips. Stretch the line out, and I'm going to rig up with some cut bait. Fish or cut bait? It's to be determined. Ooh, slippery. A lot of debris in the water, and it's silted up pretty good. It's been raining for a while. Oops, wrong glasses. Wrong glasses. Yeah. Silence is gold, and we'll fucking fix that. Fucking silence my ass. Oh, we got blood on. Got blood. Drew blood already, man. Fuck.
You need Medicare.
You need Medicare. I bet I do. So we're gonna cut this off though and rig up with some cut bait. Shit, I left that in the truck. I'm gonna have to strut. Go grab that. Let's go grab that. I need nippers for cutting the braid. We'll just bring the whole goddamn thing. Well, that pelican just choked one down out there. Shit, you're doing better than I am. Yeah. Usually don't fish the weekends, but I didn't figure anybody'd be out here with the ugly weather. That pelican. And he's going back in the corner, going to harass that other guy. Oh, he just slammed down. See, did you get one? No, but mullet are jumping over here in between him and me. It's my little spot. See, if any big gar come around, I brought a gaff so I can reach out and now this I use out getting a tuna, yellowtail, shit like that. So we'll have it handy here. Then I brought a boulder, man. That beats all. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to shove this fucker down in the turf or not. And then bring that to pound it in. Play a tune on that fucker. Yeah. Let's set up here. Hey, howdy. What's that? Mr. Frank, Mr. Loop. Oh yeah, there's big tuna in this river. Someday I'll show you a picture. Till then, think about it. Think about it. That's what I do. Just like that. Oh, I'm scared. I'm playing music. Oh no. God forbid. Fuck that.
Dean and Raj Mornings.
You are talking about the nonsensical ravings of a lunatic mind.
Clank bait.
Houston's only classic rock.
It goes.
Douglas, get off the juice.
Douglas, get off the juice.
Let's do it. Bring in the cart, please.
Faster!
Faster.
Kelly, it's the drink of the week. We make it adult beverage and then vote whether to spit or
All
swallow.
right. Not into static. Static, meaningless bullshit. Let's get down. No, I'm using the little puddle dunker. Little P Duncan. Just a little Lou Childer speed spool. Loaded with 30-pound braid. And I am using one of my cod rigs for saltwater though. I'm going to hook up a dropper loop on it. Yeah, the other day the guy fishing here got one redfish, some immature drum, little sheephead, those striped ones, and some channel cats. So it's brackish, so there's a mix in here. Oh, and one speckled trout. So there's reds, specks, gaff tops, flounder, gar, but no seagar. Gar, but no seagar. And I brought a fancy bait knife to cut bait. And guess what I happen to have for bait with me? Little croakers and shrimp. But right now, because we got a pretty stiff current rolling, I'm going to set up the first rig here. and I forgot my goddamn clip for weight at the end. So I'm going to cheat, and at the end of my rig, instead of a weight, I'm going to have a weight. Hey, Mr. Think, dude, Mr. Think, right there on the other side, I've seen boats go by with 350 Chevys in them, airboats, with a dude on the front with his rifle hunting gators. Right there. And I go kayaking out here. It's fucking cool, dude, I'm telling you. Not for little pussies that go, I don't go in kayak, I would go in a boat. Fucking kayak is a boat, you pussy fart. Think you're too fucking good for it or what? Leave a comment. See, here's my dropper loop. My dropper loop. See, I got a clip in Denso, so I can clip that jig on the end. I got these hooks on. Now, mind you, this has already caught a bunch of fucking rockfish off the coast of California. Salmon grouper, vermilion rockfish, all kinds of good fish. Bocachillo, starry rockfish, sand dabs. Got them all. Bought them at the mall. Because, you know, you go strutting through the mall in them golf carts. Fucking tunes blaring and shit. Speaking of that.
Yes.
God damn it. I need some tune or I can't catch a goddamn fish. See, with this current we got out here, because we've had rain, this says tidal influence here, so it tops out and rises and drops with the tide. Okay. Now, I'm gonna have to tie a chintzy knot on this, but ain't like I'm fishing for world records here, so I don't really give a shit about this, you know. Now, if I was in them lakes in San Diego, I'd be mighty particular about how I was rigging. But out here, there's another fish in the sea. So I'm using one of them candy ass fucking fisherman knots, right? Where you wrap it around and pull it through and cinch it down and blah, blah, blah. Fucking bullshit. Because they have line cutting qualities. When they cinch down, because they're wrapped around, they cut right through themselves, dude. Who was that? Who was that? All right. Later on, Mr. Frank. All right, now, with this dropper loop, though, to keep it pinned in this current, I don't want it pinned too hard, though, because I want it to give when they take it. Otherwise, I got a little weight up at the top of said rig, and we roll down. We got one hook, and then the clip. On the clip, I'm going to fucking cheat and rig me a jig. Just so when I reel it in with nothing on it, has that little extra tantalizer on the end. See, this jig, it'll allow me to cast this rig, because this rig's going to want a bolo, because it's hanging like fucking 5 feet out past the end of my pole. So it's like I'm out fly lining fucking sardines for tuna or something, man. Oh, Mr. Breeze. Yeah. There's only a light breeze here this morning, but we do have impending foul weather. So I will rig me. Now see, these are courtesy of San Diego. Oh no, these are MC swim baits. See the MC on them? From San Diego. The other one would have an FT for fish trap. Man, I know the fellow that owns that company. We used to fish together. So I'm going to rig this one on. Actually, I'm going to use the other one here. Looks more like a crawdad or a shrimp. See, we got this one here. rather than this one that's a little more subtle. Kind of looks like the mullet out here, though. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with that, actually. I got a couple of them. What the fuck? I'm going to go with that one. Boy, I got to snake this. Got a long on this fucker. So we're rigging, not schwigging. See, these jig heads are a little bit big for these touts, but that's what it'll be at the end of the line instead of just a plain old weight, because I don't think they're going to come up and bite a weight when it's moving through the water. But this, no goddamn well they'll grab it, right? That's what I'm claiming. Fuck, that's what I'm claiming. So let's tidy up. I got a ton of shit out here. Look at this, man. I never carry this much fucking shit. I'm fishing from shore. Look at that. Look at that. Fucking table full of shit, man. Goddamn bait knife, fucking tackle boxes and shit. I don't know what I was thinking. Not really about fishing, it looks like. More about sporting gear, huh? Alright, now with that said though,
I've been dreaming.
oh, fucking mopey ass shit. Fuck that. So, you know, actually, let's put all that other shit away. We don't need it no more. So this one's for rigging. It has hooks, weights, swivels, and beads. The beads are on there, not necessarily to clack or lure them in. The bead rides right above the knot, and where the knot ties on your respective rig, when you pull it through a bunch of nasty, mucky shit, it hangs up on there and prevent your swivel from spinning. So that little bead sometimes deflects that shit that accumulates and prevents it from swiveling. And when it's prevented from swiveling, it will bolo in the water and twist your ass up, and your line's all fucking kinky. And I don't like that. Actually, the police have a new thing called a bolo something. It's a little red thing, looks like a fucking taser, and they hit it, and it's like old school fucking throwing stick. Two little weights with hooks and a line between it shoot out at people, and the weights hit and wrap around, and it wraps their fucking feet up, dude. So they shoot one low and shoot one high and wrap people up. It's fucking hilarious. They were using it in it was somewhere in the Pacific Northwest. I saw them do that. Yeah, the bolos wrap. Yeah, the bolos wrap the legs up, dude. Check the thing out. It's kind of cool looking. It's kind of gimmicky though, man. And they said if the dude starts squirming real violent and all, they can wiggle out of it. Or they whip out their knife and cut the fucker off. But boy, if they whip the knife out, you know they'll shoot him, right? Probably, fuck. Wouldn't doubt it. We're going to keep these out because there's toothy critters here. They're already sporting a Band-Aid. I already drew blood this morning somehow too. Look, on that finger. Mr. Dave, Wasabi. Yeah, so let's put this back down in here. Oh, wait a minute. I put that on top of our respective cut bait. I guess I should leave some of this shit up on the table like everybody does. I'm gonna make a big old fucking mess here, man. And I could put this other lure away. I'll get on. I don't fish very often. This is all new to me, man. I'm fumble fucking around with everything. Look, guy out here wearing fucking rain gear and shit. What does he think he is? Fucking Alaska or something? Man, with these lures, I can hook a table really fucking good, but man, fish are a different story. I tell ya. It's because I got a leader on the damn thing I left on. So I can quick rig out here, man. Quick draw. Okay. I think we're going to offer a variety pack this morning. We're going to have a piece of croaker. Hey, Mr. Doug, how's it going, buddy? You drove through this park with me, Mr. The Challenger 7 Memorial Park. Right across from storage. Where the wild pigs were rooting. Or when I drove in a couple days ago, there was a herd of deer, and I tried to video, but it came out all fucked up. It doesn't look so savory. See, I got a little bag of croaker. Get a little baby croaker. Ain't he cute? I'm gonna put the whole little fucker on there to start with, because I'd like to latch onto a gar. And I've got my shrimp. I've got a couple different types of shrimp. I have Miss Wendy. Tell Mr. Stu to come say hello. Or is he on the road? Okay. And I brought some shrimp too. They're still frozen. Sheep. And I'm gonna use one of the smaller shrimps. A small shrimp. So we're gonna throw them a variety pack to start with. I'm gonna thaw some of this shit out. Actually, I use it to keep my drinks and keep my nuts cold. Usually, I guess you'd say you want to warm your nuts up, but I had them refrigerated. That's all I got. I got meat sticks and nuts to eat. Is that a fine combo? Beef and cheddar from Wenzel Farms. And the other one is jalapeno cheddar from Wenzel Farms. And catch use. All right, Miss Wendy. Yeah. Thank you. I will check him. I'm not going to fish all that long here. I'm going to go home and do some chores as well. Garage is a mess. I got to get it re-geared up. Get after some other stuff. And I got my drinks here. Drinks consist of lime water. Lime. Put those in there. It's kind of cold out, so I think that shit will stay frozen. Oh, no way. Sorry. That was some serious malfunction. Definitely ain't gonna listen to that whiny ass bullshit. That'll be the day. Alrighty. Oh, what we see here. All right, Ms. Wendy. Now, let's put them on a hook. See, look at this big old rig. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna be all reaching out like a fucking rookie and shit. I'll reel it to the tip of I can't reach my fish. I reeled him to the tip of the bowl. My arms aren't 6 feet long, are they? The pole is. Okay. Okay. One fishy on. man. A shrimp. Now let's hook this fucker out there. We got to rotate the pea-tater though. I'm hooking it the other direction here. So there's the rig. Classic rig. Anchored down with a jig. I don't usually fish like this, man, I'm telling you. But that feller came in next to me the other day and whooped my ass. So now I'm doing what he was doing. Only problem is this line disappears. Can't see the line. But it's out there. We'll see. Water's awful muddy and the current is running a funny direction. But there's a few fish out here jumping around. We'll see. Till then, I'll sit back like most and just, well, here, let me get the pole in the picture. Or what if I reposition this whole wagon train? And I'll get to the chuck wagon soon because I'm hungry already. There. Move the table. Turn the tables. There. Just like that. Yeah. I'm just throwing the cut bait, Mr. Doug. As you saw, a little fish, a little shrimp. So it's sitting on the bottom. It'll be sitting stationary because I got that jig anchoring it down, but I got a little roller on the top, so when they pick it up, it won't stay pinned and provide resistance. It'll swing whichever angle they're off to the side on. Hopefully it'll move that way and allow them to swallow it. And then when I check the bait and reel it in, that little jig on the end will swim. So if there were any lingering around it thinking about it, maybe when that jig takes off and swims, maybe it'll simulate a fish going after the bait and they'll come up and wail on it. I don't know. The conditions have changed severely though from the other day. It's a lot cold. It's about 15 degrees colder and the current's going the other direction and there's a ton of mud in the water. Mr. Curb, how's it going, buddy? You like that golf cart? It had big tires anyway. It was kind of a piece of shit though. It wasn't built like that other one, man. That green one was built. Actually, that little Batmobile is the one that would truly kick fucking ass, man. That little Batmobile smokes. With that green one, it's kind of for show like that other one. So I think today is the last day they can register for the Baja 1000. It'll start kicking off next week, maybe Thursday or Friday. They'll start sending out the first people. There's so many people in it, they send everybody out for a couple days it takes to get everybody running out in the field. Because they can't launch them all at once, it'd be mayhem. Well, soon I'll come here with live bait. And I'll come do a kayak trip here. I did a kayak trip here once already, a long time ago. I had to call Paddle Hub though. I came out and got in the water with my fucking kayak and looked around. I'm like, I don't have a paddle, man. So I had to call Paddle Hub and they made a quick delivery. Yeah. And what else? Yeah, I certainly was. But and it's getting colder and colder out here right now. I think Mama's going to be pissed I didn't take off and leave a fire going in the fireplace. I made coffee, and I didn't get none because I made it and hauled ass before it was done. But it's getting nippy out. And last night she asked me to make a fire, but she went into bed early, so I skipped it. And then this morning, I didn't really think about it. Kind of funny though, man, because I stepped outside and it was certainly much colder than it has been, man, I'll tell you what. What I'll do like this when I bring it in, I'm gonna, I don't know, I can't turn my phone on and see here right now, buddy. I'll fuck up the stream if I try and do that. I go over to the truck and turn, I don't know, it's in the 50s probably low 50s maybe. Not that bad, but fuck, dude, I'm used to it being 100, man. Fuck. Yeah. That's right. And then I gotta take care of some garage chores. It's in complete disarray right now. I gotta organize it up because this next week I got a handful of chores that must be done, and I gotta have stuff organized and easily accessible to do it. At some point I'm going to get back on that motor in the Jeep in the garage, man. With the time change though and it getting cooler and all, it'll be more apt to go out and work on in the evening on that. I'm at the bitch point of it right now. I got to crawl up under and cut loose the bell housing on and separate the motor off the tranny so I can yank it out in there. And I got 4 jack stands because I don't know if it's too high to jack up to lift the motor and clear the front end, even though I got the little bit of the front clip off. I don't know if it's going to clear, and if it doesn't, I'll have to jack it up and pop the wheels off and drop it down onto jack stands. I looked at, they have pretty inexpensive, those little things where you can jack it up, and they have these fake metal wheels that'll go onto your lug pattern, and they're smaller, and you can put them on for working on big vehicles in a low-flying garage. But they were like 149 bucks or something. I thought that was, fuck that. Because I stole all the parts off of the white Jeep and put them on the black Jeeps, and now they got to be replaced, and that's no fun. Still got some steering components to go on the black Jeep, but he's been driving it, so that's good. I even drove it a little bit. So this little area here is super slippery, man. I gotta be careful. I'll be on my ass and in the water. Damn, with the volume of water that came in, the current's moving a little bit stiffer than I like as well. I'd rather see the current a little bit more slack in here. Just guessing. Oh, we're getting smacked. We have some Mr. Stew just in time. When I looked over there at you and looked back, Mr. Stew, it was bobbing. Something was pecking at it. So this one is an indicator. I have a little croaker on one hook and a shrimp on the other. So we'll see which one gets bit, and then I'll switch up. And then once I determine if they like those, then I'll re-rig, pull that dropper loop off and set up a single hook rig that's a little bit more manipulative, and I can probably get a little better angle on, maybe a little more controllable. This thing here is a little out of control, but I wanted to get some meat out there, see if I could get bit. Because I have a hard time sitting here waiting for hungry fish. I'd rather antagonize them and throw a lure on them and smack them in the back and have them turn around and grab it all pissed off and shit. Like a plastic lizard, you know? Although this is similar to shark fishing. When I shark fish, I set up like this and just drag baits drifting. But then I lay down and go to sleep, man. So, you know, fuck, who cares? But then, Mr. Stew, that's when that clicker on the reel, you were having that little ratcheting problem the other day. What I do? Oh, well, thank you, Miss Wendy, but that's okay. I don't try to get a bunch of subscribers and thumbs. I'm just out here to fuck around. It's okay. The folks that are here make me happy, and that's fine. Besides, I'm really offensive, so if people tune in seeing something like that, they'll be like, fuck this guy, he's an asshole. And they're right. I wouldn't watch him. Shit. Mr. Cod, how diddly. Nice to see you, man. Now, don't get me wrong, though. I appreciate all you folks that come in and check it out, but it's not my goal to get a bunch of subscribers and stuff like that. So don't misunderstand me there. But it's more for friends and family, and, you know, the public's certainly welcome. Here, I want to see the area. Have a look at the area here. We have acorns dropping off the oak trees. Now, that's the problem I'm having over at the pool I'm working on. See, all these goddamn acorns are falling in it, creating havoc, and I got to get the tree trimmers back over. But because of the fact we had rain coming, when you drain a pool and it gets a lot of rain, the water can seep under and literally lift the pool. So when you're doing a pool remodel and you bust out all the stucco and all that shit, first thing you do is drill holes in the bottom for water to escape. And you can have all the water pumped out, drill those holes, come back the next morning, and there'll be 2 feet of water in that motherfucker. So you got to watch it. So anyway, I had to hustle over because there was foul weather impending and start filling up that pool to balance the weight. Because I wanted to clean it out right after the tree trimmers got there. But now I had to fill it, so when they trim the trees, I'm going to have to scoop it out, clean it out, and go hog wild. Anyway, that's that. So here's where we're at. Sitting spot. And we're parked over there. Now usually I don't fish weekends because there'd be a handful of people out here and I don't want to interrupt them. But I figured today with the ugly weather and unfavorable conditions, there'd be nobody here, and there's nobody here. But good things happen when you least expect it. So I thought I might be able to latch onto a big mean gar out here, something out of the ordinary, because there's some big gar out here. helped the lad land a big one right here, because he didn't have a net, and we ended up not using the net. I had to wrestle it up here. But his girlfriend got pictures of him with it and was the biggest fish he ever caught, so that was a happy day. And I think I may need to lighten this rig up. I can see it slowly, the current, it's got such a heavy weight that it's stuck at the bottom, and the current's pushing against my line, giving the tip just a slight sway to it as it stretches out and then recovers. Got a little elasticity going on between the line and the tip of the pole there. But I think I may lighten up a little bit so that it flows a little bit more naturally instead of just sitting there. I may scale down the size of the bait as well. I'm throwing a good size bait. Now the fellow that was railing them here the other day, he was throwing just little tiny pieces of shrimp. Like here's one of the little pieces of shell off of the shrimp he was throwing. So you can see it was a little cut piece. Now the shrimp I'm throwing is only a little bit bigger than that, but it's a whole one without the head. See, there's little bits. Bubba that was fishing here by me the other day that was just putting me to shame. Those are all little pieces of shell off of the shrimp. So the shrimp I'm throwing currently is already shelled, and I have some big ass shrimp in there that has the shell on it, and I have them croakers. So that's that story. That's that story, man. Let me go like this. We can get the pole in there, huh? It's fishing. We got to see a fishing pole, for God's sake.
Hey, little sister, what have you done? Hey, little sister, who's the only one? Hey, little sister, who's your Superman? Hey, little sister, who's the one you want? Hey, little sister, shotgun.
Shotgun? Oh my. That scares me.
Start again. It's a nice day for a white wedding. It's a nice day to start again. Hey, little sister, who is your little? Hey, little sister, what's your vice? Shotgun, oh yeah. Hey, little sister, who's your Superman? Hey, little sister, shotgun. It's a nice day to start again. It's a nice day for a white wedding. It's a nice day to start again.
We'll hook the shrimp there one more time. Oh, give it a fair shake. We'll see. I'm in between Houston and Galveston there, Mr. Cod. And the setup, what do you mean? The bait or the rig? The stick and reel? Hey, Mr. Mark. Mr. Cod, this respective reel is a Lou Childer speed spool, 7:5 to 1 gear ratio. It's an inshore model. It's loaded with 30-pound braid. I'm backed off to free. I'm not tightened up on the spool. I don't like running them tight. So 30-pound braid, and I have a dropper loop on the end. The rod is a Kunon Classic 96, 6'6", medium heavy action, 12 to 25 pound line. But I'm violating that because I'm throwing 30-pound braid on it with about a 25-pound leader. And the mullet are jumping. Look. So I'm going to let this rig sit a little bit more for a few. Yeah, Mr. Cod, I don't fish like this very often. This just isn't my technique all that often. But I figured today would be all right. Look, we got more mullet jumping right there in front. So, with that said, we got some folks out here for their morning walk. Yeah, I'm going to lighten this rig up a little bit here. I may scale down the hook size a little bit. I may scale it down a little.
Right around the corner in Gallery Furn's right. World's largest selection of
Free,
solid
he's going to say.
tables, chairs, sideboards, servers. Come out to Gallery Furn's right now. Buy solid wood furniture made
Solid
in
wood
America.
furniture
Buy it today.
made in
Delivered
America.
Free today.
Free,
Get
free,
it finished
free.
today.
What else? Yeah, there's not much activity. Generally in this spot here, there's a lot of mullet jumping and gar thrashing after them. So far this morning, I've only seen a gar smack twice, and I've seen a handful of mullet jumping. Saw the pelican get one. The one the pelican got was, I don't know, maybe about a 7 or 8 incher. Those little mullet, the little mullet are good bait. And we got the breeze picking up now, though. It's starting to shake the trees. The leaves are rustling. Let's see if it puts a chop on the water. I don't mind fishing in wind. Sometimes it helps rather than hinders, because it'll stack water up in a particular area and create an ambush line for fish. I've seen it happen before once. I'm gonna lighten this rig up. I don't like the way it stands stuck to the bottom like that. And I think I'm gonna lighten it up and put 2 little shrimp on it. Hunt for these little dinky fish. Okay. Modification is in order here. I've seen a couple things not working. A couple things not working the way I like. So, number one is this little egg weight that I put at the top to anchor it down. I'm gonna have to put a split shot on that to pin it because it's sliding way too far up the line and making the whole thing bolo on the way out. So it'll be nolo bolo, but I like the Pacalolo. Okay. It's got to be in there. It's got to be in there. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay. Now, with that said, here's how we're going to do it. I want to drop down and see the rig. Of course. Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get one of these here shit splots out. I use these to fetch it out. Here, let's go down a little lower. So you're going to see the rig action here. We're going to dig one of these little shit splots out of there. Just a little one. And I'm going to cramp it up above that egg weight that's on there. And then I'm going to clip, hopefully, one of these egg weights on that swivel. And we'll see how that fares. Sub off there. All right, we're going to put that on. Okay, see now, that little shit splot that I put on there, it'll pin this egg weight because the egg weight was sliding way up the line. I don't like that. I don't have a bead on it. It ain't really necessary out here. I don't give a shit. So, this croaker that's on there, this little piggy is going to get cut in half and put on. And we're going to pull this jig off here. Wonder if this guy's coming fishing that just pulled up. Now you can see though that the particular jig I was using as an anchor on this not quite, but yeah, similarity. Now, I want a little bit larger weight. I use these to reach in there because you're putting wet fingers in your little hoochie coo here, it causes it to rust, man. So you keep it dry. So I keep these here dry and reach in and pluck them out with that. Oh yeah, it looks like Bubba's coming flipping. I think he's gonna come over and see what I'm doing first. So I'll be nice. Don't worry, guys. I'll come up and I'll go, fuck you, look out of here, man. Bitch. All right. Now, so I'm just putting this little egg weight on the end of that clip at the end here. Yeah, he's acting like he's just walking around, but he's scoping. He's scoping out. He's scoping it out. Trying to see what I'm doing and be all incog like he's over there with his cigarette, man. That's all right. There we go. See, I rigged on the swivel, I just put that little egg weight. See, check Bubba, he's all. Now, he ain't going way over there into Never Never Land just smoking a cigarette. But I'm glad he is, because I didn't want to breathe that shit. I'm gonna breathe that shit, man. Excuse me. What I'm gonna do is put this back in the bucket. Put this back. Put the refrigerated section back on top. And I'm gonna take this little croaker. 50 and sunny. Hi, Miss Joan. Nice, Mr. Doug. Hey, Mr. Mech there. I'm sorry, I've been missing folks, I guess. Well, Mr. Cod, there's a lot of species here, buddy. There's channel cats, gaff-top cats, redfish, speckled trout, sheephead, black drum, probably a bunch of others. It's brackish water, Mr. Cod. So it varies with the respective tidal influence a bit. Yeah, see, he's down there at the far end checking it out. I knew it. I knew what he was up to. Okay, and we got the other hook right here. Now, let's see if I can hook this one out there, huh? Rise to the occasion. Much lighter rig. And after a short spell with this one, we'll switch up to all right, Mr. Stu. I'm not going to be here all too long, and I'll check it out, buddy. I'll be with you a little later, Mr. Stu. Thank you for checking over here, bud. A new bait knife called a Tamu something. Tomodachi. Cute little bait knife. Hey, Mr. Lynn. All right. We got a lighter rig on here. We'll see what it does. Now I'm going to switch up to shrimp though when I bring this in. I'm going to switch to shrimp. That's what we'll do. When I came in this morning, there were two guys bailing out though, and they didn't have anything, and they were looking forlorn. Yeah. Yeah, usually when I'm fishing, I can't see the chat. This time I can sit here and kind of see it for a change. That's nice. Remember, I fished, therefore I lie. Speaking of that, grabbing that bait and all made me hungry. What do we got? How about a meat stick? Beef and cheddar. Okay, yeah, processed meat in the morning. Heart friendly. Yeah.
The Eagle on 106.9 and 107.5. Houston's only classic rock.
Now, if I can get bit by a barracuda, actually, believe it or not, when I go barracuda fishing in San Diego, I usually use a little ultralight spinning rod, and it's fucking hilarious fun. I spooled up 30-pound braid on that little ultralight. Put a little tiny wire leader on it. Oh, I saw somebody there. All right, take it easy, Mr. Cod. Thank you for visiting, buddy. On Sunday, Mr. Stu might do a panel, and I'll sport you some of them reels. I'll show you a few of those reels we were talking about, buddy. Hey, Mr. Mick. Howdy, buddy. Look, I'm fishing like you do. I'm sitting with a line out on shore, man. I don't do this type fishing very often, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis. All right. Nice, Mr. Cod. Yeah, our time frames get a little bit messed up. And there's like a 6-hour difference. You're all 6 hours ahead of me. I'm behind here. Yeah, I'm using shrimp and little croakers. This was previously a batch of live bait I was using, and I saved them and freeze them. Usually I separate them for freezing. This time they got thrown into a big wad. Normally I separate them so you don't have to thaw out the whole batch. You have little batches of about a dozen in each bag. That way if you go out like this, you just take a little bag with you. You don't have to sacrifice the whole big one. And we have some shrimp. I'm probably going to use some of these small ones shortly, but I also have some larger ones as well. Oh, okay, Miss Nick. I keep it all bagged up so it doesn't smell so bad. Because I put my drinks in here so they keep it all cold. Okay, let's check this rig and we switch up to this little shrimp.
Buddy Outlaw Dave. The Saturday soundtrack looking a little dreary and it's one of those stay inside the house and let's figure out if we can sync up the radio station with some sort of weird black and white movie. That's just me there talking.
She grew up in the Indiana town, had a good looking mom. Never was around, but she grew up tall and she grew up right with them Indiana boys on an Indiana night.
Let's get some shrimp on there. Oh, well, maybe catfish, Mr. Doug and Miss Nick. I don't know. There's a number of species here that'll hit this stuff. I'd like to show you all one of those drum like the fellow was catching the other day. They call them a drum because they make a grunting noise. It sounds like a little drum banging. So I'm going to cut a little piece of shrimp. Cold Eskimo pussy is mighty cold. Alright, peel that shrimp, put one little piece on there. Alright, another little piece.
There's pigeons down on Market Square. She's standing in her underwear, looking down from a hotel room. The nightfall will be coming soon. Oh my, oh hell yeah! You got to put on that party dress. It was too cold to cry when I woke up alone. Here's the last number
Yeah, we'll see what that does. Boy, I don't backlash very often, but when I do, I prefer to backlash like a son of a bitch. Think I'm gonna do one. Oh, I think I'm gonna do one where I come out with some live shrimp in the kayak out here. Oh, damn! I couldn't tell. It looked kind of nice out there. You can see it's kind of ugly here right now, and it's cool out, but not super cold or anything. But there's impending foul weather coming. That's where the Gulf of Mexico is, down that direction. That'd be toward east. That's north. And then that's west. So right now the shit's blowing up across us from the southwest. Yeah, sometimes it'll be like that. Look nice out, but it's freezing. Hey, Mrs. Mechanic, howdy. Fancy meeting you here. No luck yet. On my first cast, I had something pecking at the little shrimp, I think, because I brought it in and he was barely hanging on there. I don't fish like this very often, but here I am. I was here pitching a crankbait the other day, though, and the fellow next to me walloped my ass. He caught all kinds of them. He got all kinds of them. I gotta fix this rig when I bring it in. I'm gonna put a small jig down on the end of it for an anchor. The little weight that I have on there is not working well. It's wanting to lash me out when I cast it, because it starts to bolo before I can even get it hooked out there. A little bit of movement. There's not much movement on the water. I said before, quite often when I come out here, there'll be a considerable amount of movement in the water. But we've had rain for over a day and the water's silted up quite a bit. I don't know what the fish think about it, that's for sure. But well, howdy, Mr. Greg. Thank you. I'm just lame shore fishing. Sitting here twiddling my thumbs. little gar just popped right across from me. There's a little gar surfaced out there. I could see him. Well, that explains it. My little shrimps are gone. That explains it, Lucy. Now, what I'm gonna need to do though is recalibrate this one more time, and I'm gonna switch up to a little bit different rig here. That's what I think. So let me see what I can do here. Let's come over here and yeah, I know, Mr. Doug. They do that all the time, man. You've been out with me. You know how it is. You know how it is. Go like that. Let me see here. You don't need to see my mug. That's for damn sure. See, I had this little, I was trying to use this for a weight down on the end. It was just a little bit small, so the other stuff would get ahead of it when I cast, and it made it all bolo out of shape. And that's not good. So I'm going to try this one more time now. I'm going to put a little bit bigger jig head on there. A little bit bigger jig head. Oh, we got some crap on there. I don't want no crap on the bottom of my refrigerator. Oh yeah, I got smaller hooks. That's not a worry. Bubba was hanging them on hooks bigger than this here the other day. But that is a viable suggestion. It has credibility. But I'm going to put one of these on. I'm going to go with one of these. I'm going to hang a jig on it again. Right now. Now let's get some shrimp on there. I forgot my little cutting board. Hate to use the table like that, but I'll leave no marks on it. Hey, Mr. Shane. All right, Mr. Shane. We'll give it a swirl. Oh. There's a gar been patrolling the shore right across from me over there. I don't know that it'll hit these puny ass shrimp though. I got those croakers there. I was hoping for them. But in a kayak, I could get over there. Now I gotta say though, I am in a little violation here. And I'm using shrimp from Argentina. So I didn't have any Gulf shrimp handy. Mr. Gurf, howdy. Thought I felt a couple sprinkles. We'll see.
The Eagle on 106.9 and 107.5. Houston's only classic rock.
And Bear Paints, Home Depot. You guys got to try and will me a fish. Jeez, I'm telling you. I can't buy them. Just don't happen. I thought about bringing multiple poles, but I said, nah, fuck it. This one was already in the truck. Hey, Miss CW, how did he? I'll pan around again and see where we're at. See, Bubba over there was scoping it out. I know he wants to go fishing. He's waiting for me to leave, but he may recognize that there's ain't a lot of action out here today. It's been raining and shit. Water's all muddy, but it's okay. Fish are still in there somewhere. I don't see them floating. little bit of Spanish moss hanging. Got Spanish moss on the trees. As I said before, this is Challenger 7 Memorial Park. There's a memorial for the space shuttle that blew up. NASA's just right up the road. Uh-oh, we got Bubba backing in. We may have somebody else coming flipping. But I'm ready. I will fucking gaff them. Tell you what. See? I can reach out and get them around the neck. Tell them fucking exit, stage left. And then for the little ones, look, ooh, got you in the bag, hey, Mr. Keith. Remember that? How Mr. Doug netted a fish for me. All right, let's see. Any spot? Yeah, I'm gonna switch up a little bit here. This big old cod rig from the west coast is a little intimidating out here, I think. But I got a cute little jig on the end. Kind of shrimpy looking. But the hooks Bubba was using the other day, though, they were a bit larger than that. I do have some smaller ones, so Mr. Frank was kind of on the right track. I don't usually use big ganking ass hooks unless I'm shark fishing. I tend to use actually 1 or 2 sizes smaller than most. Gosh, I do like this rig though. I'm gonna give it one more try. Have a bath, tight lines. Who's that? Who's that? Mr. Mick. All right, buddy. Glad you stopped by. Thank you, man. I always enjoy watching your fishing. It's nice and peaceful, not like this. We'll go with shrimp one more time. So I'm using my tripod that I found in the trash. Yeah, they've been pecking at it a little bit. I've watched a number of folks catch them on shrimp here. And you know we used them out there and they worked dandy. But these shrimp are making me hungry though, man, I'm telling you.
Unlike Memorial Day, this is for those who just signed up, who participated, who, right, I know, then there's Tom Brady. I'm kidding!
It's the fancy bait knife though. It's all blurry and it's camoed out. It says Tomodachi, a 3 to 5 inch paring knife. To hell with that, let's get some shrimp on the bait. Alrighty. Yeah, I probably could sauce that shrimp up. Yeah, nice, Mr. Doug. Yeah, I used to use Velveeta for trout fishing before they ever came out with power bait. Back then, before power bait came out, the little jars of cheese like that was called Zeeks. Well, there's a gar on the surface out there, man. I just saw him finning. You can tell because their tail has a bunch of spots on it. He's probably out there eating all the bait falling off my hook. That gar is moving right down there. Yeah. Yeah, let's try this. A dink. I guess I'll have one of those. Sure. Yeah, there were Santee Lakes in San Diego there, Mr. Gurf. I've caught catfish on stink bait before. There were these little plastic worms with a line through it and a treble on the bottom, and you'd roll it in that nasty shit and throw it out. I didn't care for it though, man. I caught some nice cats on it. I think I caught a couple that were like 8 to 12 pounds, 10 pound, nice ones, man. Hey, Mr. Keith, what's up? Instead of dirt farming, you got to try that upside down, hanging in the breezeway shit, man. They grow tomatoes like that. Well, the breeze has picked up another click. Nah, Mr. Keith, I've been getting skunked. It's all right. I kind of expected it. Whoa. But I'm coming up soon here, though. I'm going to come in here with some live shrimp. But where I get the live shrimp's kind of far away, and where I get them over there is other areas to fish. Up at this end of town, I don't know where to get live shrimp. Yeah, I'll have to come back at fish o'clock, man. It certainly ain't now. They're all in a safety meeting, I think. I like both, Mr. Gurf. I like working on stuff, usually. It depends, kind of, but most of the time I do. The folks I work for, I'm very thankful to work for, so it makes it a big difference then. And I kind of tailor the jobs, and it works well, so I really like that, man. And I get to work on, oh, hey, Mr. Buddy. Nah, I'm just sitting here BSing. No CFing, no catfishing, just BSing. BS, you know, boat stuff. Well, I'm somewhat of a BSer myself, Mr. Buddy, but I like to listen to the experts. You don't know that. Uh-oh. Now they're going to... Yeah, this is not a freshwater river, Mr. Keith. This is brackish water. There's semi-saltwater species in here. It's kind of between salt and fresh. The worms would hit this water and be dead in a hot minute. Fish would still hit them. This is all right. No, all it does is prevent me from publishing it, Mr. Buddy. And right now they might be making it sound crappy on the stream. Nah, no sturgeon around here, buddy. I'm near the Gulf. I'm in Texas. The Rio Grande mud.
problem? Stream us online on the Houston's Eagle app.
There is a lake in
or on
San
your
Diego
laptop
that has
at
sturgeon. I
Houston'sEagle.com.
fished it, but not
So
for
I've
sturgeon.
been in the operation.
There's good sized bass in it, and they eat trout, so I did bass fishing there. It's called Lake Cuyamaca. Yeah. So Pacific Northwest, where might you be? Oregon, Washington? Idaho? Idaho. I fished the Klamath and Topsy and Gerber and the Willamette and around Eugene, Medford, all the way out to Derry and Olean, Lake Shasta. Don't get excited, Mr. Keith. You know, Cuyamaca. The Pacific Crest Trail goes near it. That's a trail from Mexico to Oregon. I've been on numerous parts of it. All right, yeah, nice, Mr. Buddy. Thank you. Yeah, it's in the low 50s, Miss Meck. It's like 50 degrees cooler than I'm used to, though. No, I'm serious though, Mr. Keith. Check out Lake Cuyamaca in San Diego. It's very nice. It's up about 4,000 foot in the mountains. They got cabins there. If you go east of it about 5 miles, it drops straight down into the desert. And I used to hunt those edges right there. You had to be very careful though, because you didn't want to nail a deer with a bow there and have him go downhill on you. So you had to be very selective hunting over there. I only did it once in a while. I would usually hunt the other side where they were near a meadow, and I would go from the meadow uphill. So when I nailed them, typically you could drag them down to the meadow, and then we could bring our vehicles over and pick them up. Then I started getting dropped off with a backpack up there in the woods, because San Diego is very hard to hunt. Either there's nowhere to park or private land or this or that. It was a real bitch. So I just used a topo map, determined an area to get dropped. Me and a partner would get driven up there, or I'd go by myself and get dropped off and hang for a week and then picked up back at the same point a week later. Or if I got a kill, I'd hopefully get cell service and call out. But the nearest road there had a culvert under it, and when archery starts in September out there, it's blistering hot. But with that culvert under the road was like a refrigerator. It was at least 30 degrees hot, cooler. So I had a couple times I had dragged deer into that to hang for the day till getting picked up, or hang overnight. We would just hang them up in a tree. But we had a problem with mountain lions coming around when we had them in a tree. There's a lot of mountain lions around out there, man. As you well know, a couple people in the LA area have been killed by them. One of the guys killed in LA by mountain lion was a good friend of mine's. His sister, it was her fiance that got killed. He was on a mountain bike up there. You can read about that one. That was a bummer. Yes, I've seen numerous mountain lions out there as well. And we had them coming around the deer we had hanging at night once.
You're going to...
But in the daytime, in the heat, we drag into that culvert because it's nice and cool. The area I get dropped with my backpack most of the time in San Diego was called Pine Creek Wilderness. You can look that up. And yes, in San Diego County, there's a designated wilderness area. Designated wilderness means no wheeled travel allowed. horse or foot travel only. Someday, yeah, the big cats are, man, because most of the time they see you and you don't see them, man. And they move at night as well as the daytime. The only one I sensed at night was the one that was prowling around a deer we had hanging. The rest, I've seen them in the daytime. I've seen them active. One thing that they do, a lot of folks don't know it. If you're out on a meadow and where you see a lot of prairie dogs or ground squirrels and you see those holes in the ground where they live, sometimes you'll see them all dug up and you'll be like, man, what the fuck was digging to try and get those squirrels? It's mountain lions. One time, when me and my wife were first married and our son was going to be born, right after he was born, I went on I got dropped off with my pack and my wife was at home, and I called her up and said, hey, how's it going? Oh, fine. And there had been a big storm and we talked about it. The backyard was full of shit from the trees and blah, blah, blah. I said, hey, I'm sitting here watching a mountain lion. There was a mountain lion sitting out in a meadow, and he was on ground squirrels, and he was waiting for the ground squirrel to pop up so it could pounce on it. And the mountain lion was sitting there watching him, man. And I told her, she got all nervous and all. And I was like, it's all right, don't worry. I was bow hunting, though, with no sidearm. But I used to wonder, because there is leased land near those areas where the guys run cattle. And one of the guys out there I used to see now and then, he had dogs with him. And I used to always think that it was his dogs digging up all the ground squirrel holes. But I'd look at how much they had been digging, and I'm like, man, that fucking dude ain't gonna sit there on his horse for 3 hours while these son of a bitches dig this thing out. And I mean, some of the holes they would dig were 3 feet deep, man, trying to get these fucking ground squirrels. And I'm thinking to myself, man, you'd have to sit here for hours with the fucking dog digging. What the hell is going on? Then finally that time I was talking to my wife. I'm like, hey, I'm looking at this thing. And it struck me funny because when I got up in the morning, I got my binoculars out and I'm checking out the meadow, and I glass across and there's this thing out in the meadow, and it looked like a fence post because it was, I don't know, about 200 yards away or so. It looked like a fence post, and I'm like, what the fuck is, I glassed past it a couple times. I'm like, man, I know there's no goddamn fence post out there. What the fuck is that? So I sat with my binoculars on it for a long time. Finally I saw it turn its head, and I'm like, oh man, it's a motherfucking mountain lion sitting there pointed directly away from me. And I'm thinking, what the fuck's he doing? And then all of a sudden it dawned on me. I'm like, that's the son of a bitch that's been getting after the fucking ground squirrels. I'll be a motherfucker. So then a couple hours later, because I was real early in the morning, so then a few hours later when I called home and I told my wife, she was not too happy. I was sitting there by the mountain lions out alone, and we just had a fresh baby, and her was home alone. Didn't know any of the neighbors at that point. Because, yeah, we had bought the house in September. My second son was born in October, and that was November that I was out hunting. So, her didn't know any neighbors at that point. But 20 years later, I knew every fucking neighbor on the street and had done some kind of work for them, from goddamn gates and fences to water heaters to kitchens to bathrooms to car fixing to you fucking name it. Boat fixing. And then when I went back to San Diego recently, it was funny, man. I was visiting one neighbor across the street, and the other neighbor saw me there. He fucking came over with a head of steam. Terry, my fucking garage door opener's broke. Can you fix it? I'm like, fuck, Con. I go, dude, I got no tools and shit with me, man. I'm sorry. Whoa, man. Fucking, he was about to cry, man. So was I. I'm like, I'm sorry, man. I can't fix it for you. I'm not set up here with tools, and I don't have time. I'm on a time schedule, man. But I used to, yeah, it's probably a mullet. There's also, there's one gar out here on patrol right now. He's only about a 3-footer. He's been wallowing around out there a little bit right across from me. But there's minimal activity today. Quite often, I mean, sitting here like this, I mean, you could count to 10 and you'd probably see a mullet jump or a fish surface. See, one just did right there, you see it? But this is slow, man. Normally it's hopping here. Well, sometimes it's hopping here. Obviously not now. I think I shut up though. I'm scaring the fucking fish, you know? Here, what did it? And the bullet hits the bone. Well, there's wild pigs out here too. I haven't seen any here yet. I've seen where they root around all the time. My son saw one a couple days ago when he was on his way to work. He called me immediately too. Dad, fucking wild boar in the road. We're off to the side of the road. Then he told me where he was, and I'm like, fuck yeah, when me and Mama were on our way home when we bought our car, so we were driving right through that same road. I saw some there too, man. It was probably about a 100-pounder he saw from the size. He said it was about 3 feet tall and about 3 feet long or so. That'd be about a 120-pounder, give or take. Those fucking wild pigs are heavy bastards, man. It's funny, one of them I got, man. Me and the guides were driving out, and it was in the back of the truck, and it was pretty snotty, muddy out and shit, and we're bouncing through these little craggy area, and fucking pig flopped out of the back of the truck, man. Bubba looks in the rear view, is all, oh shit, the pig fell out. And they got all quiet and shit. They thought I was gonna be all pissed off. I fucking thought it was hilarious, man. And they were like, phew, some guys get all pissed off when that happens. I'm like, dude, I thought it was fucking hilarious, man. And they knew I was the heart surgery guy, and one of them was lagging. So me and Mr. Riley walked back. Mr. Dillon was sitting in the truck dicking around with something. I think maybe grabbing a rifle because there were other pigs around. And me and Mr. Riley walked back there, grabbed that son of a bitch and throw it in. And Mr. Dillon's like, damn, dude, you shouldn't be doing that. Last time I went up there, Mr. Riley had got rolled by a fucking pig and was limping around. It didn't draw blood, but it bit him and all and tore his fucking Levi's and shit and roughed him up. He was walking with a limp. So when he was guiding me, it was just me and him that time. And Mr. Doug was with Mr. Doug, me, and Mr. Riley. And fucking Mr. Riley was carrying a full auto AR with a suppressor and shit, man. I don't know if it was an AR. It was full auto, and it had a suppressor on it, because if he shoots from behind us, he don't want to blow our ears out. It's still loud. But anyway, he left it against a tree, and we moved forward for Mr. Doug to take a shot and all, and then we moved forward again to take the second shot, and I forgot to grab Mr. Riley's weapon and bring it with us, man. And I had mine. So then Mr. Doug makes the shot, and we're going to approach it. Mr. Riley turns around and walks the other direction. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man? I didn't care. I ended up grabbing the pig anyway because Mr. Riley was hurt. But he's all, I got to grab my rifle. I'm like, oh my God, dude, I'm so sorry. I said, I was so focused on the pig, I walked off, forgot all about your rifle.
There you go, your old buddy Outlaw Dave. Man. So, as I get ready to...
He's all, it's all right. And I felt bad because there he is limping his ass all the way back to grab the fucking thing. I got it on video too. It's kind of funny. Then when we went up to grab Mr. Doug's pig, it was in a fucking wallow. It was in water, kicking around and blood all around and shit. And Mr. Riley grabs it, but he's half crippled at the moment, and he starts slipping in the mud, and the pig starts kicking and got away from him. So I had on my tall rubber boots. I jumped in and lugged that fucker out. And again, Mr. Riley's like, God damn it, Terry, you got to quit doing that kind of shit. It wasn't a real big one. It was like a 150 pounder or so. I think maybe it was 147. I'm not sure. Right around there. Skinned that son of a bitch in less than 10 minutes, though. Mr. Riley did. Now, see, they're paid guides, so they get to do that stuff when we tip them. So I could have skinned it. Probably would have took me 20 minutes, though. And that was skinned and butchered, ready to go in the cooler to bleed out, not just skinned. But it's easy. They got a little winch, and they hang the fuckers and weigh them, and zip the skin and pull it down, and then cut him up with a knife and take bolt cutters and whack him at the hocks and shit, so it goes real quick and clean. And we wash them off, and they're cooled right there on the bench. I bring over the cooler full of ice. They go right in, packed in ice, and start bleeding out, because you bleed them out for approximately a week. But the trick is, when we do them there like that, they stay super clean. So there's no dirt, no hair, no contaminants on them. Then they go in and are bled out. And then usually I bone them out and grind sausage and make a few little chops. And some loins. Often Mr. Riley will zip the loins out for me. So we put those separate, and then I can just chop them into little cutlets. And the good thing is wild boar is heart friendly. Speaking of heart friendly, I better check this. I think on this round, I'm going to re-pitch, but I'm going to put a piece of croaker on rather than shrimp. And that little split shot needs to be cramped on there. Oh, who? Mr. Scotty, howdy, howdy. Holster the sausage, Mr. Keith. The split shot was sliding up the line. Doggone it. Now, we're going to cut us a little piece of esfishy instead of shrimp. Or no, you know what? I'm going to pitch shrimp one more time, but I'm going to put a whole one on there instead of a piece, man. Let's go with a hoe. Because I got enough of them. Shit, there's barbecues right over there. I could collect some of this oak, fire up, and we could have some shrimp. Well, it's just these shrimps. See, and like I said, in all honesty, I feel bad. I'm in violation of a Texas rule here. You're no WD. I don't do the WD-40s for plastic worms bass fishing, buddy. Be like Hank Hill and get some special bait, right? Remember the King of the Hill one where Hank was out in the back alley buying fucking rocks of coke from that dude and catching fish? Poor fish were getting all bent out of shape. But see, in violation in Texas, you're not supposed to use store-bought imported shrimp. Those shrimp I'm using are Argentine shrimp. They've had a long boat ride. They've seen a lot of water. All right. You're supposed to only use Gulf local shrimp. Not supposed to use imported shrimp, but I didn't have any Gulf shrimp handy and I wanted to use them. So I pulled some from my sack of shrimp in the freezer. Yeah. Oh, I make a little skewer and put them with barbecues right over here, man. And I grab some oak and fire up. Well, as you can see, there's barbecue right in front of my truck by the swing set. There's one. There's one over there open. Then over there in the cabana, look, I don't know if you can see through the trees, that red tablecloth where them folks are all set up in the cabana. There's fucking whole hog smokers in there. Yep. You can just come out here and barbecue, man. You fucking whole hog cooking. No problem. No problem. They're pecking at the shrimp. There's some little peckers on it. Yeah, I know, I'm just messing around, flipping grub to the fish. It's against the law to feed wildlife, though. Like, oh, you see it? It's bouncing. What? Look. She's shaking and quaking. I may get a fishy. I catch a fishy. Fucking little fish. You'll know when they're on there, though. It's crabs. It's crabs. Oh yeah, I forgot. There are blue crabs in here as well. So it's probably just, there's bluegill in here too. It's probably, no, most of them play a Gresh or a hollow body Gibson, Mr. Frank. And they're partial to the G string. So one of the things I think, oh, wait a minute, the breeze. Mr. Breeze in there. Whoops. No, these shrimp are actually like $11 a pound. See, one thing is I used a whole shrimp this time, so I was able to put it on the hook where it stays on a little bit more solid. All right. That time it bent the pole down.
106.9 and 107.5, Houston's only classic rock.
Try that again. Oh, Mr. Frustrations, howdy. So I want one of those damn sheephead to hit it so I can show you one, man. All right. Oh, nice one, Mr. Fishing UK. We'll see what we can do here, buddy. I'm going to probably be a little bit busy next week, so I don't think Tuesday I'll be out in the kayak. I still want to go out in that pedal kayak, man, and paddle around. A little pedaling. See, that may have been a crab that's after that shrimp out there right now. See, they're already rattling it again. See? So I wait till they swallow it and shit it out, and I hook them right in the fucking ass. Because I'm mean like that.
The Eagle 106.9 and 107.5, Houston's only classic rock. Let's play the Eagles Holiday Match Game. You can win a sleepover with Dean and Raj. Got cold feet. Yeah, that's not my foot. Guided meditation with Jennifer Tyler.
I can't take this anymore. This is bull.
Or 2 hours of babysitting from Scott Sparks.
It's probably the dogs.
Plus prizes you actually want to win, including the grand prize. A 4-wheel ATV from Shoppers. It all can be yours by playing the Eagles Holiday Match Game.
Can you park there?
Maybe. There's a motorcycle.
To your left.
Electric vehicles only.
Guys, don't sweat. I already reserved our parking up front with Spot Hero.
What's Spot Hero?
It's a free parking reservation tool that helps you find and book parking ahead of time. I already paid and secured our spot. Let's go.
Oh, I'll use Spot Hero next time. Visit SpotHero.com or download the app to find and reserve a parking spot near your destination. Use promo code VIZZY10 for 10% off your first parking reservation. Spot Hero, where you park.
Tour Peter Frampton never thought possible. Grammy winner Peter Frampton. Never Say Never Tour. November 15th, 8 p.m. Smart Financial Center in Sugarland. The one and only Peter Frampton. On sale now at smartfinancialcenter.net or the Vinny box office.
Hey, Harris County, this is Commissioner Rodney Ellis.
Commissioner Adrian Garcia.
This is Commissioner Ramsey.
And Commissioner Briones.
Harris County, your drive just got easy. We're introducing a special 10% discount.
We're making your drive more convenient and affordable with many easy ways to pay.
Putting savings right back where they belong in your pocket.
Get your free Easy Tag, get your discount. Get your free Easy Tag today with a special 10% discount. Visit hctra.org.
See, the jig got him. He's not on my bait. The jig got him by the leg. I'm going to release him though. I'm not going to punish him. If I could mash him up and use him for bait, but I'm not going to be mean. We'll be nice to him. All right. There he goes. All right. Yeah, I knew it was them goddamn crabs. But I still got my bait. Let's flip this back out there.
At Target, your favorites are our favorites. And when you can save on your favorites too, yes please. This week only get 20% off select breakfast essentials. That's 20% off all bagged and K-Cup coffee. Talk about essential. From brands like Good & Gather, Starbucks, and more. 20% off all cereal, like Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, the list goes on. And 20% off Tropicana and Simply Orange Juice too. But these deals end Saturday, so it's time for a Target run. Straight to the bottom. Enjoy holiday.
Now, mind you, I was ready to gaff that fucker, dude.
Whole Foods Market organic frozen whole turkey for $2.99 per pound through January 2nd. Pick
Right in the chin. No, I got the gaff, man, in case I get one of them big mean gar. I'm not gonna fuck around with them. That's for them gar. Ga. I'm gonna catch a ga. Okay. Uh-oh. Mr. Andy. See the fish, hey Mr. Roy, see the fish would have zoomed off with it and all. That's why I could feel the bite, but I didn't want to set it. See, with an artificial bait, I would have swung and stuck them quick. But with cut bait or live bait, I let them run because they're wanting to eat it, per se. And like I said, I'm a cheater, man. When they eat it like that, I wait. They swallow it, they shit it out, and then I got them skewered on the line. When I hook them, pulls it right back through their asshole and hooks them right in the butt. Then I don't lose them, man. Mercy. Let me put this in. Yeah. I could show you a picture when I was kayaking over at Bayou Vista and I was getting ready to leave. A dude and his old lady in a boat, man, he whopped a big one. It was about 40, almost 48 inches or so. I thought that was big. I thought that was a good one. Well, of course, Mr. Keith. Yep, Mr. Doug, remember? I don't know, the blacks look pretty decrepit around, like they've been hooked and released, especially the big ones, man. Yeah, the redfish are what I like to eat. It's my favorite around here, man. When I was here the other day, a guy got one here. It was just under keeper size. Most of them I let them go. I think these guys in this growly vehicle are here to fish. Did you hear them? We'll see. Yep, he's opening the back door. And shit fell out. Are there little chitlins in there, or are they grabbing gear? I don't know. It don't matter.
The Eagle on 106.9 and 107.5. Houston's only classic rock.
Oh, they got a little baby out. Cool, man. All right. The little baby would like to see the crab, huh? See, she's walking the little baby down on the dock. Little baby going, no, daddy, no, daddy. I got my water wings. I could give that little baby water wings or swim around out there. Get the crabs. The crabs would be singing, they'd be going, love to eat them babies. Little babies, what I love to eat. I bite their little heads off and nibble on their tiny feet. Okay. Another crab's pecking at it. No, no concealed carry, dude. Not necessary. No es necesito. No, but what I did bring, Mr. Andy, you didn't see, is I'll whip that out. You know, if there's anything unruly, that chiseled point right there that I took down with a belt sander to a fine honed edge. Yeah. Oh, I could here too, man. Dude, right across there on that bank, I watched airboats go by with Bubba on the front with his fucking AR ready to drill gators and shit, dude. No, I don't know if he had an AR. He had a rifle. He had a center shot rifle, though. A lot of them use like a little 22 mag bolt action. And damn crabs are pecking at it. Yeah, the muddy water, and there's a bit of current moving. Well, if I was fishing for grub, I'd have crab legs and crab claws. And I'd use the rest of them for bait, doing something.
Yeah, there's something about that guy on the radio. He sounds a lot like Outlaw Dave. I am Outlaw Dave. You can join me not on the weekends, but weeknights after dark on Houston's Eagle. We got the 80s and A's. Words of Ron Burns. Oh yeah, got a whole bunch of rock and roll.
I think it's time for another meat stick. Alrighty. Who's that heading out? Alright, Mr. Greg, nice to see you, buddy. Take it easy. When I get home, if I publish this, I'll rinse you up. I hope he can fix shit, because I ain't very good at it. All these fuckers with wrenches, I tell you. I'm partial to the hammer. Hammer and sickle. Nah, just Biff. I don't know, my focus ain't too good. Beef and cheddar. I wish it was Elf, man. It would have been gone already, though. Elk sticks like that are one of my favorite, man. Oh yeah, little pepperoni sticks. I don't usually get those, though. I lean more toward Mr. Shane. I could like a plastic lizard, huh? Just rig it up like that. I'd probably catch a crab on it. And I got nuts.
Hi, it's the Eagles' Jennifer Tyler. A big thank you,
Cashews.
not just today, but every single day. Thank you to our veterans.
Happy Veterans Day from Houston's Eagle.
With a little crab juice on them. Fucking A. Is the picture all fuzzy, or is it okay, anybody? I have a problem with it getting all fucked up all the time. Thank you, Mr. Roy. All right, thank you, Mr. Scotty. My nuts might be a blur. Let's check that bait. There's a bunch of crabs down there, man. This thing they keep latching onto it, and I pull a little bit and they let go, so it keeps stopping and going. It's funny. It'll feel like it's all snagged up tight, and then all of a sudden, it'll just let loose without me pulling on it. Well, let's see. Where do we? Hey, Miss Jennifer. Yeah, the crabs are, you know. But one thing though, when the crabs are grabbing that shit and scrapping with it, sometimes it creates commotion, and then the fish come by and they all are in competition for the grub, so it might lead to a bite. You never know. Just pure speculation. It's like political shit, right? Let me throw this away. And then I'll re-rig.
From Billy Idol to Billy Joel, from Welcome to the Jungle to Welcome to the Machine, Houston's only classic rock lives here on the Eagle.
Well, pick the bait. Should we throw cutfish or shrimp? Oh, good fishing song. Catfish are jumping. Shrimp or fish?
Catfish are jumping, that paddle wheel bumping, black water keep rolling on fast, 'cause the oh, black water keep on rolling, Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on, oh, black water keep on rolling, Mississippi moon,
That's right.
won't you keep on
That scared the hell out of me. I'm gonna paint my face next, man.
Mississippi moon, won't you keep on
So
shining
again,
on me?
somebody suggests, should I throw cutfish or shrimp? Sailor coin. Cutfish, there you go. Thank you. See how easy that was? We just happen to have.
Yeah, I like to hear some funky Dixieland and dance a funky tone. And I'll be fine, everybody drinks all around. Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on. Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on.
With the knife to it.
Black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me. Keep on shining your light, gonna make everything, gonna make everything alright. And I ain't got no worries, 'cause I gave you no worries at take me by the hand. Take me by the hand, pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long. I'd like to hear some funky Dixieland, pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. I want the hand, take me by the hand, pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long. I'd
like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. I wanna hold your hand, take me by the hand. Pretty mama, come and dance with me, daddy, all night long. I like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. Come on, baby. Pretty mama, I like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand.
He knocked over the water pipe. Little buddy Outlaw Dave didn't take a genius to figure out how to sign up for the $1,000 minute. Weekdays, 7:49 with Nadine and Raj. You got to sign up at HoustonEagle.com. You think you know all the answers, Mr. and Mrs. Know-It-All?
Hey,
Prove it.
hey, hey.
We'll see.
Fucker. All right. Now. Let's see. Yeah, send their milk jugs out and let them just go, right? You gonna sail out there and fetch them? I have jugs ready for that. Not with me, but I have them. They come in 4-packs. And you do the pool chlorine, the gallon jugs, they're in a 4-pack. So I have them in a box, empty, ready to go. When I go down the bayous in the kayak, I'm going to do that. But did you know you have to have your name, number, and fishing license number on those jugs? There's like no action out there today. Flat water. Flat water. I want to see a big old gator sliding down the side. That'd be sweet. That one was going off back in there.
Listen to Houston's
Houston's Eagle when you want to, not when the man tells you to. Listen on Houston's Eagle app or on your computer at Houston'sEagle.com.
Specs has everything you need to raise the bar on sipping season. Bring home the savings on all of your cravings with Specs lower prices on a Texas South selection of world-class wines, rare spirits, and fall beer perfection. Skip the yard work and meatbagging toil. Specs Whiskey Pecan Pie is made with Crown Royal. So kick off the season with a slice, sip, and cheer, because at Specs,
Let's
the
keep an eye on
fun
that pole.
starts here.
Ready, set, and roll. Medicare annual enrollment is here, and USAA is ready to help you take charge of your coverage online or on the phone. With a USAA licensed insurance agent, explore a variety of plans.
No variety of plans. The plans are hookling. Okay, keep an eye on that for me a minute, please. Alright. I walked right up on a fucking snake down here, guys. You gotta see this. I hope the fucker's still there. He went out in the water, but he didn't want to turn around and come back because I think it's nippy. Okay. Oh yeah, there he is in the water. Watch, where is that fucker? Oh, he's right there. Look, see him going by? He's right down there. See if I can. I think that fucker went in the hole, man. Shit. Ah, damn it. He went right in there. Fucking hole there. Walked right up on him right here, man. God damn it. Like the sign says, snakes and gators. So I'm doing this trying to get bit. And I'm getting no bites, but you know as soon as you leave your pole unattended and walk off, you look over at it and it's all doubled over and shit. Right? I haven't seen too many snakes around here. Let's see a big one. I was hoping he got away from me, got out in the water, I wanted him to turn around and come back up. Because I figure it's a little bit nippy there. Not there, water. So a couple little sprinkles hit the water. There were not one. There was a spot I could go flip back in there. Not so much. Let's see if that snake came back out. Look at that egret up there trying to steal my bait out of my bucket, man. Shit. Hey, I don't got a fish. I just stick the bucket up on shore. Stuff come get right in it. See, that snake came out. He should be right around here. He went in there. He was right in there. Damn it. It looked cool too. I don't think it was a poisonous one though. I think he was just a regular snake. We might have some weather coming in a little bit. It's all right. That's why I got on rain gear, huh? Hell no, it's protect me from the snakes and shit, man. All right. Back to our respective spot. Well, see what I meant. Hey, Miss Downer. Should I get all aggro? No, I wasn't. I was down there chasing those fish that were jumping. See them? What? There were fish jumping. Yeah. Right. Let's see. Okay. You called nothing. I told you it was some weather coming in. Mr. Saffron, howdy buddy. Pissing in the fucking wind. God, you guys. I'm turning red. I'm bare skinned. Fuckers. What do you think of it? What do you think of it to fucking stand here and do it, for God's sake? But those crabs were very threatening. See, there's one on there now and he's trying to get away. Not after crab. Here's what we're hooking. Hook fin. And a jig for the weight at the end. We're going to try a completely different dynamic. I'm going to throw into the current on this one. Fisher got smacked on the drop. The crabs are just thick down there. All right. Now what? We're gonna fish. We're gonna let that. Oh, Miss Ellen, howdy. Awesome fishing man, howdy. Hook too big for those tiny fish. 6-pound test for the Zebco. Now you're talking. Damn, dude, you're fucking expert, huh? Funny, it sounds like Mr. Lion there, but you know. I'm somewhat of a bullshitter, but I like to listen to the experts. But I'm going to switch back to shrimp in a hot minute here. I don't think these little croakers are getting smacked like the chimp. Not like the chimp. And my battery may kick soon. I got a spare with me that's about half boosted. If this starts to flutter, I'll switch up and finish up. That's okay, Mr. Sailor. I like it, buddy. I am too. But that's why I say I don't try and get a bunch of sub. No, Miss Downer, I don't. I used to, but not anymore. It's been about a year now or more since I quit. But that's why I don't try and get a bunch of subs and thumbs and all that kind of stuff, because I'm a rude-ass motherfucker. But folks that come in off the wall be all offended and shit. So you fucking assholes already heard me go off the deep end, so it's okay. Indeed. Oh, sorry, did I say that? God damn, man. Told you. And when I did, I didn't prefer Dos Equis. It was Doppelspaten Optimators, or Spaten Oktoberfest, or Dinkelacke Oktoberfest, or Red Labeled Carlsbergs. Yeah, I could tell, like yesterday, Miss Downer, dumb fucker didn't know what he was talking about, but trying to create his own little drama, but I don't stand for it. Homie, don't play that. So I just said, later, tater peeler. Have it your way. Sink your teeth into that hot and juicy windy burger with cheese. See, them fuckers over there thought it was funny. Shit. They're about 100 yards away. Easy shot. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Downer, go look at all the ugly fucking pictures Mr. JT put up of me. It's terrible. Totally pisses me off. Well, we're getting pecked at. We got some peckers. We have little peckers on tap. Look. It's a crab again, I can tell. Little son of a bitch. See, when it's a fish, that fucker goes twong and fucking sticks. It doesn't go eat, get all fucking picky and pinchy at it. Fucking little beast of burden. I want a beast of turden. See, the damn crabs had their way with my bait, man. See, right there, he had a hold of it real tight, and then he let go, and the pole twanged back up. You can kind of tell when it's crabs poking around at it. Oh, fucking bird. Did you see him do a dipsy doodle? He almost ran into my line. I'm glad he could see it. I sure the fuck can't. Oh, damn crabs, man. Well, I leave it alone too, though, is I hope, like I said before, I hope those crabs create some commotion and a big old fish comes up and goes, "Fuck you, buddy," and inhales the crab and the bait. No, Mr. JT, I brought some special bait for you. Some big rubber worms about the size of a fucking thermos. I tell you. Well, you can't see it, but it's swaying. Gonna do me some turd herding. No, I don't have. Oh yeah, I do have a plumbing job that's been pending. I gotta go. It was a bitch to find out where to turn the water to the house off was on that one though. Man, it was fucking buried out front. and it's still buried. I got to go over there like with a pressure washer and blast the fucking main wide open so I can get to the son of a bitch. And I've been worried about doing it because as soon as I try to turn that fucker off, you know I'm going to break that son of a bitch and have to call the city out. Look like a fucking dumbass. Never bend my pole. Bend my pole.
With the Rolling Stones, they recently became one of the only bands, no, not one of, the only band to have top 10 albums in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, aughts, 10s.
60, 70, 80, 90s, and 2000s. The fucking Rolling Stones. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to shut this down and change batteries. It just said, charge your phone or tap here to turn off power. So before I any further ado, I'm going to shut down and I will come back. I'm going to pop a battery and I can quick change batteries in here. So I'll be back, they say.